The following is an excerpt between the gang of creatures known as the Teletubbies, recorded after they were assumed dead, injected with lethal amounts of tubby custard. Somehow, they survived.
Shrek tried to kill us, brethren. We came back stronger than ever. Yes, Chinky Winky. Merging the tubby custard with our DNA has made us more powerful than Shrek could ever imagine. Indeed, home. How shall we harness our newfound power? Shall we storm the heavens themselves and free the sun baby? No! We cannot waste this opportunity. The sun baby has the power to free itself. Let us arm ourselves with the traditional weapon of the Teletubby. TVs, lasers, and jets of red-hot tubby custard. And hunt down Shrek, Zippy, and the rest of their sordid cabal. Indeed. Let us fuck up these weaklings. Can I eat Shrek's heart? Sorry, Dipsy. You know Lala would fucking kick off if you took the heart-eating right from her. Where is that yellow twat anyway? Come back, putting up a wicked ogre.
Welcome to Shart Select.
Welcome to Shart Select, recorded on location from the shed at the bottom of the Wizard's Tower. This episode is sponsored by the official Kentucky Tractor Pull Championship 2020, live from the Wizard's Tower. Live! Yes, welcome to Shart Select. I am Winstolf, and I am joined on this spooky Halloween beginning of the month occasion by the terrifying Wraith Ryan. And the spoopy skeleton Stu.
Hello.
So how are we feeling on this October day?
Have you been practicing for the tractor pull? Because you're in it, aren't you?
Yeah, me and Ryan have been practicing.
Yeah, but I'm just his training coach.
No, that's right, he's like, remember in Fight Night Round 3, the best training could buy you sounded a bit like Yoda, if he was from New York. He's like that. Come on, you can do this!
I thought it was more like Rocky, we're just doing tractor pulls inside a rickety old shed.
Ah, well, yeah, that's what
the shed's the...
Our shed.
Well, it's not. It's that shed that's further into the woods where Grief Burrito were hiding with Ross Cook the other day. Did you guys notice, by the way, Dummy Thick Man said Dummy Thick instead of just Thick when he was stalking Ross Cook?
He sounded a bit different as well.
Do you reckon there's more than one of them, do you?
What, do we thick men?
Possibly. I mean, if you want to what we're listening to, what we're on about, listen to Grief Burrito's latest Spooky Burrito episode.
Maybe. It's the Dummy Thick Man and then Dummy Thickman.
Dummy Thickman?
Yeah.
Dummington Thickman.
Dummington Thickman? Oh, there's a banging up on the metal roof of the shed.
Might be, he might have summoned him.
Oh, yeah. Best keep our voices down in case he hears us. There's a scary guy. Dummington the Thickman. Is he like the Dummy Thickman's friend or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Well, anyway, because it's nearly Halloween, we know what happens. They all come out of the woods, don't they? Because the wizards invite them out of the woods for Halloween, so you see the Dummy Thickman walking around outside the shed clapping ass. Word has it, he actually got into the tower the other day and caused absolute mayhem. Merlin was having his ass clapped without any mercy. I should imagine the wizards did absolutely nothing to help him. Anyway, I'm probably best to tell people about the podcast, don't I?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get on with it. Yeah, sorry. We are a weekly gaming podcast recorded under orders for a bunch of worryingly bizarre wizards who live in a firm, satisfyingly rigid tower. If you enjoy the show, please don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever podcast service you use, and help us reach more people. Being a cutting-edge podcast, we are also now on Amazon Music, so you can shout, "Alexa, play some Shart Select," and boom, there we are.
It also works with Hey Google.
Yes, as we discovered in last week's episode.
Not today, Google. Contact Manager said it.
If you would like to contact us with any ideas, feedback, or just for a lovely chat, you can be reached at Shart Select Pod on Twitter and all other socials. And also at Real Fenrig, because for some reason Master Fenrig's made himself a Twitter account now. He uses it like a granddad. But anyway, if you'd rather listen to Shart Select on YouTube, then we have you covered there too, with new episodes added every week, gameplay videos, and other such treats. And we also, of course, have a Patreon at www.patreon.com/Shart Select, where you can pledge to gain access to extra Drip Tray episodes, along with various other gubbins, including Stu's sick Rule 34 readings of popular game franchises that may include Azure Hedges.
And I learned something that I didn't think I needed to know.
Yes, if you listen to the Drip Tray, you'll learn all about what Ryan learned and what nearly made him physically sick. Let's just say, it's worth paying. That was it. How does it work out, Stu? 50p a week?
Less than that, because it's cent, isn't it? So
50
it's like
cents a week, yeah.
40 cents a week.
Yeah, 150 cent a week. You have to catch him first, but once you've got him, you're in. So, with that all said, let's dive nuts first into the podcast. Let's start
I've got one thing to start with.
Yeah. Take it away.
The fact that we've not been checking the answer machine for so long. I think we should check to see if there's any urgent messages on there.
Yeah, it's a deliberate move on my part. I tried to bury it under a load of soggy tissues.
Yeah.
But,
so let me just check it for you, one sec.
Yeah, go on.
John! Thomas is out of control, John. The Fat Controller's militarized Thomas. He's taking Gordon, and he's installed a railgun, John. They're holding Barack hostage, John. John, I need your help, John. I think Thomas has found me.
Wow.
Fuck.
So they've turned Thomas into the railway gun.
Like a World War II railway gun. I mean, I'm kind of worried that the Isle of Soda, it's actually weirdly close to the Wizard version now.
Yeah, it's only across the sea, isn't it?
Let's just say there's a reason why all the trains have faces and personalities. And that's because the wizards probably gave them personalities.
Just for a laugh.
There's a theory that they actually used to be human beings that were, like, transposed into a train for crimes of annoying the wizards. Which is a bit worrying. I don't know why you put one of them on the shed with wheels, poor Toby, but there you go.
Apparently the whole... Toby. The whole island's just like a model railway set to them.
Yeah, it's their sick plaything.
Yeah.
The Fat Control is actually a very advanced homunculus. They used the likeness of Winston Churchill to create it.
On the subject of trains.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, as always on Shart Select.
Yeah.
Trains. Go ahead, Stu.
Trains are of utmost importance. The train in Warzone, when we was playing with Haz the other day, realised that it sounds like it's making a sex noise when it makes its train horn.
Oh,
sounds like it's going.
What's it do?
I've got a little recording for you.
Whose voice was that?
That's Haz.
Oh, bless it.
That's what the train makes, is it?
Yeah. So you can just hear it going around, just like jizzing itself on the tracks. Just in the distance, just a.
Does this link the Call of Duty verse to the Isle of Soda?
What, Verdansk?
Verdansk, aka Soda.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it's gone really Soviet since like it finished filming.
Yeah, why not? That reminded me of another sad vehicle we once heard, an ambulance in New York where we went there on holiday. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
What did it sound like? Remember? Oh. It was so sad. Our theory was it was sad because it wanted to be a police car instead, but we weren't quite sure. It's brilliant when you first get off the plane to New York City and the police cars all have bumper stickers saying, if you see someone getting shot, phone this number.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fuck it. Let's get back on the plane.
The bit that got me when we got off the plane the first time was the snow that was coming down. It's like real fucking snow.
The stewards were all like, it's like Die Hard.
Yeah, and then there was like all steam coming out of the manhole covers.
Out of the grates.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a blizzard, wasn't it? The plane landed in a blizzard. It was very exciting. Where's the ground? Well, there it is. Yeah, I remember the first thing Stu did was run to a little store in the airport and buy some Oreos because they weren't available in the UK back then.
No.
That's how old we are. We are pre-Oreo in the UK.
If I remember correctly, when we went as a trio, there was I was wearing that big thick fleece like a teddy bear.
Yes, and every
I remember
security
that.
guard between Manchester and JFK stopped you for a search.
Yeah.
Ryan being the most suspicious-looking human being that's ever lived.
And every go through every scanner always goes off like, can you come this way, sir? I haven't got any metal on.
We know why, don't you?
Is it
Because
because
Ryan
you're so
the Iron
metal?
Lion.
Or is it just because you're so metal, right?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. It's just too metal. I think that could be what it was. Anyway, I mean, I'm not surprised that Ryan's too metal because it's the main thing he listens to. But you know what would be surprising about Ryan, Stu?
No?
If he had a regular feature on the podcast for the last few months called Ryan's Surprise. Have you ever heard of it?
No?
No, neither have I. What's this Ryan's Surprise then, Ryan?
Today's surprise is a few curiosities I found regarding the Mandela effect.
Oh, how curious are they?
Curious-ish.
All right, let's have it then. Curious-ish facts with Ryan.
Yeah. So I haven't got a description of the Mandela effect, but it's when it was originated in the early 90s when someone was so convinced that they'd seen Nelson Mandela's funeral when he was actually
that's
still
right.
alive.
And they went around for years.
Yeah.
It's like that theory that Keenan and Kel are dead and they're fine. And that was a shocker years ago, wasn't it? And they have Neil Buchanan's dead. It's like, Neil Buchanan is not dead, he's immortal!
Neil Buchanan is Bagsy, apparently.
Well, why not? I could believe it. You could just hear him going, this is a big heart attack down the alleyway. It's like, got you. Got you, you beloved children's TV scouser.
He gets home to that fucking wobbly-headed scripture.
I fucking hated that head.
Anyway, so I've just got a few examples, really.
Go on then.
So, you know Curious George, that monkey fella?
Yes, he's a monkey fella, yep.
He hasn't got a tail.
Oh, here we go, Ryan. Always with the monkeys don't have tails. Is this your new angle, is it?
Curious George hasn't got a tail.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Is that because he's an ape then?
Dunno. I just thought it was a monkey, but he
We'll have
hasn't
to
got a
Google
tail,
this
so...
now. We'll have to Google this right now.
Feel free to Google this as I
Yeah,
go through it.
I'll Google as we go along.
Yeah.
Just so I can check out the Mandela effectiveness of each one. Curious
And,
George.
Stu, you know the Monopoly Man?
He's not got a fucking tail!
No, he hasn't.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have a monocle, does he?
No, the Monopoly Man doesn't have a monocle.
What? I've been hit by these already. Monopoly Man. Monopoly Man, there he is. Hang on. Let me just... No, I don't want to cosplay as the Monopoly Man, do I? What the fuck? He's fucking not! Oh, wait. He has...
No, he hasn't.
Oh, yeah. Look, it even says there, examples of the Mandela effect.
Yeah, yeah.
There he is with his,
That one.
without a monocle. What the shitting fuck?
Remember that cartoon with Fred and Wilma?
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called the Flintstones.
Yeah, the Flint Stones.
Yeah.
2 T's, yeah.
2 T's.
Yeah, Flint Stone.
Oh, yeah, because it's
That's all right
Flint Stones.
A lot of people think it was a Flintstone.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. Flintstones. It doesn't even mean anything. It's like that theory that they're set in the same universe as the Jetsons and they're like the lower class.
Yeah.
Alright, next one. Looney Tunes, not Looney Tunes.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, that always confused me, and that was like pre-internet times when I was like watching it back. It's like, why is it saying tunes all of a sudden?
Is it because they started off with the music and the cartoons came later? Or
I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, you're right. A lot of people don't get that. Looney.
But when it does that, that's all, folks, and it zooms out. Is that supposed to look like a record?
I suppose it could do, couldn't it? Like a vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
The next one. You know that famous Darth Vader quote when he says to Luke, what's he say?
He doesn't say, I am your father. That is, like you say, a big Mandela effect. That's pop culture running rampant. It's something
he
like...
says, no, Luke, I am your father.
You know, it doesn't say, you're close. It doesn't say Luke, it just says, no, I am your father. He says, my father's dead. No.
Then he goes...
I am your father.
Then Mark Hamill, who I love Mark Hamill, but he goes, no! That's a bunch of balls! Does this really weird little voice. Yeah, I say, as much as I love Mark Hamill, what the fuck was he doing there, man? Look angrier, look sadder, I can't. Just try.
Might have needed a shit.
Hey, maybe.
Maybe he was shitty
Really
at
needs
the
to
time.
poo.
Yeah. Remember Snow White, Seventh Dwarf?
Yes.
What does she say to the mirror on the wall?
Oh, yeah, this is a big one.
Okay. So you tell me she doesn't say mirror, mirror on the wall?
No. It's magic mirror on the wall. Always has been.
I mean, that makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why would you say mirror twice? It wouldn't make any sense, does it? It's like saying to your phone, hey, search engine, search engine.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the word.
Google.
Oh, he said it! And never Google, by the way. It causes a time paradox.
Yeah.
Carry on.
I've got a couple more. So, you know, Febreze, that cleaning stuff,
Yeah?
there's only one E.
Yes, there is.
Febreze.
Yeah, there is.
It's
a
not
stupid
two, like
brand name, isn't it?
Breeze. So how would you pronounce that properly? Is that like Febreze?
Febreze. Or Febreze, yeah. Febreze.
If you asked for Febreze, they'd just give you a weird look, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Febreze. Yeah, maybe he's a cool Frenchman who cleans up smells.
And that's the same with Skechers. It's not Skechers, it's
Mm.
Skechers.
There's no T.
There's no T.
Skeeshers.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Why do people say sketches then?
I don't know. It's just with the way people... I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember that cleaning spray called Oust? Which sounds like a terrifying German's going to come around your house and clean it for you. It's like,
Spray it and then a German just comes in and cleans where you've sprayed.
he just kicks the door in and goes, Oust! Das ist schmutzig! And starts cleaning the floor. It's terrifying. That means that is dirty in German, by the way. Just
Does
showing
it
off
actually?
Yeah, it does. I've been learning German, haven't I?
Have you?
I know a small percentage of German.
Wunderbar.
Stu is unschmutzig Junge. A dirty boy.
Have you read just German seduction where it's like call someone a dirty boy in German?
Mein Zahn ist gross. My teeth are big. I'm so proud of myself.
You could potentially say my teeth are big, you dirty boy.
Yeah. Mein Zahn. What's the... My Zahn ist gross. Something schmutzig Junge. I'm a bit hazy on the connecting words, but I'm getting there. Das ist mein Fenster. That's my window. You carry on.
Sorry, I just got the last two ones. Besides your like random Germanness.
Sorry.
Oust! C-3PO has a silver leg.
Yeah. Yeah, what's all that about? He has a red one as well, doesn't he?
That's in the later ones, but in the earlier trilogies, his left or right leg from the knee down is silver.
Maybe that's his fucking leg.
What?
His piston leg, that is.
Yeah, his piston fucking leg. Like the foot retracts back and there's a piston dick at the end of his leg. And he just gets up and down.
And the last one, Forrest Gump says life was like a box of chocolate. It's not life is like a box of chocolate.
Yeah, that's a big one. I've heard that one before.
The Barbie song's the biggest one for me.
Oh, go on.
Go on, and we'll just recite the song as you remember it.
What, the chorus?
Yeah.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Nope, wrong.
Life in plastic.
You're wrong.
It's fantastic. Oh, what is it then?
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world.
In the Barbie. Yeah, okay. All right, fair. It makes more sense, I suppose, in the Barbie world, doesn't it? Fair enough. It's interesting, isn't it, this shit? It's like basically people's brains have been tricked by repetition. And then that repetition enters pop culture, and then that sort of cements it as the truth when it's not. Like poor Nelson Mandela, man.
Or, the more logical explanation is that it's multiple universes colliding with one another.
Or that the wizards are fucking around with causality.
Yeah.
And they've really got
Creating
Nelson
pocket
Mandela.
dimensions.
Yeah, Nelson Mandela's a guest in the tower and has been for years. He worked to get freedom for South Africa, end apartheid, and then he retired in the Wizard's Tower. Although we all know that Mel Gibson and Danny Glover ended apartheid in Lethal Weapon 2.
Yeah.
When he said, diplomatic immunity. And then Danny Glover shot him, Stu, and what did he say?
Oh, yeah. It's just been revoked.
That's the best Danny Glover impression ever. I love Danny Glover. That guy's class.
The best is surely when you just say he's too old for this shit.
Too old for this shit. I'm too old for this shit. Oh, the bit in Predator 2 where he goes, damn pussy face. It's like, alright. Fuck hell, no wonder he's angry with you. It's suddenly he had a face like a for JJ. Yeah, I love Danny Glover. He's fantastic. Have you guys seen the new Jumanji film yet? The latest one?
No.
In the end, he's a horse. That's all I'm going to say. He turns into a horse. It's ridiculous. I love it. Anyway, thanks for the Mandela effect, Ryan. That was really good.
Good. Glad you enjoyed it.
I'm going to try and start a Mandela effect. There never was a Ryan surprise segment. See if I can keep it going. So next episode, I'm going to act like it's a new thing every episode, and maybe it'll catch up. So, that was Ryan's surprise, which was very, very good. And thank you, Ryan. So next up, because it's the first week of the Halloween season, not that we really do that in the UK. I know Americans are a lot more excited about Halloween than we are.
Halloween's cancelled this year anyway.
Yeah, kids can't really do it.
Can't go out anyway.
Yeah. What they're going to do? Sit at home and dress as devils and things. I don't get it. I never got Halloween anyway. As a kid, I always thought I was being too cheeky, knocking on people's doors.
Oh, well, back in the day, me and Ryan used to come up with a plan. Like, we used to split up into teams.
Of course you did.
Yeah, so you could cover more ground that way.
Of course you did. See, me and my brother did it once. We were like, this is cringy, I don't like doing it. And then we never did it again.
Remember that time, Ryan, when we forgot to get costumes or masks or anything? So I just got a pillowcase and cut the eyes and cut 2 eye holes out. And just stood at people's doors with that, and I didn't say anything. You just knock on the door and stand there.
I remember actually, some guy went, where you supposed to be? Stu just went, the guy with a pillow on his head.
Oh my god. How old were you? How old?
32.
Yeah. Last year.
So how old were you when you stopped trick or treating?
I think about 15, I think.
Yeah.
You can't really go out now.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Let's call it a day.
I think the last year we went was when we went out with carrots carved out with angry faces on sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking weird. What I do is lock the door, turn out the lights, and just pretend I'm not in.
Then you get some fake blood, don't you, and put it in its mouth so it looks like it's eating something.
Yeah. I remember we all had carrots, but Stu had a big fuck off potato for some reason.
Because he's Stu.
And then
Big
rather than
stick.
knocking on the door, he swung it at the window and nearly put it through.
Fucking hell, Stu.
They come out like, what the hell did you just do to our window? I said, I knocked on it.
Oh my god. This is. I'm glad we're captives in the Wizardverse to save people's windows from the likes of Stu and his cursed potato. Right. Okay. So as it's Halloween, we're gonna do a kind of 4 weeks of Halloween special, aren't we?
Well, 3 weeks. We've already had 1 week of October, haven't we?
It's flown by so quick. Trapped in the Wizardverse. I lose track of time. Every time I try and look what time it is, the Wizards steal the clock.
It takes a week to get these cries for helps out to the public. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's true. The Wizards. Well, I say cries for help, but the Wizards want us to record podcasts, but then don't let us release them. So we have to sneak them out. I don't know what they want to do with them. There's a lot of demons outside the shed. Can you hear them?
Yeah, okay, so I'm moaning.
It's demons. I think it's part of Halloween. Just don't say anything. They won't come in. It's okay. So let's get to what the Wizards, of course, have tasked us with finding some horror characters from video games to hang around the tower to make it feel more Halloweeny. I don't know why. They could just summon a demon or something. But no, they want us to go through applications from video game characters. I don't understand how it works. So, who wants to go first? We've made some lists. Do you want me to kick us off?
Go on then.
So the first one I've got is a lad called the Xenomorph. He's from space. He's been hanging around since 1979, and he was in a game called Alien Isolation. You don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's got 2 sets of jaws, a funny-shaped head, and trumpets on his back. I don't know why. They're either trumpets or some kind of handles, so if you need to ride him like a horse, you've got some grips.
Trumpets.
So yeah, if you listen, you can hear him trumpeting as he sneaks up on you sometimes. So the first point I've got for him is scary fucker, because he is. I don't know if you've played Alien Isolation. I was going to say that, like I was from Australia. I don't know if you played Alien Isolation, but it's fucking terrifying.
He's also a big boy, isn't he?
He is a big lad, isn't he? But it's like you'll be sneaking around, and you see some humans patrolling an area. It's like, right, okay. I could easily get rid of these humans now if I threw a noisemaker grenade in the room and just set the alien on them. But then the downside is you have to live with the alien afterwards.
Does it not go eventually?
No. What you'll do, you'll walk around for a bit, like, then you'll jump up into an air vent for a bit, and you'll go ba-dong, 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 ba-dong around in the roof. It's like, oh, fucking hell, this is tense. So you're sneaking about, hoping he doesn't fucking get the drop on you. Looking in the air vents above for any slobber coming down, because if you see slobber, he'll just winch you up and kill you. Oh, he's terrifying. But the main thing about him was, he had a very advanced AI, and he learned off your actions.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes he did do a bit of a brain fart, though. It's like, there was 2 occasions that I can remember which were very funny. Number one, I was hiding behind a desk, and he leaned down but looked under the wrong desk, like opposite me. So it's like he was just sticking his big alien ring piece right on my nose. Like, don't breathe. If he gets a whisper breath on his ring piece, he'll have me. Maybe that's how he checks under surfaces, I don't know. But
Yeah, maybe.
it was like, oh, God. The second thing was, there was an android, like, stalking me, so I was hiding under a desk waiting for this android to fuck off and he wouldn't go. So I threw a flare to distract him. The android walked over, like, what is this? And as he looked, the alien jumped out of the air vent behind him and went and stood next to the android. They were both looking down at the flare together, like they're going, what's this? I don't know. It's a flare. Oh, where did it come from? I don't know. Have you seen a human? No. It was that stuff of immersion breaking moments. But basically, he was so clever that they had to contain him in what they called a break room when he wasn't meant to be in the game. Like, for certain chapters, he's not there. So they had to lock him in the break room, which is a room off the map, so you can't get to anywhere. But sometimes he was so clever, he actually broke out of the break room. Like once, as part of the game where you supposedly blasted out the goddamn airlock. So you're walking around killing humans for a bit and doing puzzle elements. It's like, oh, cool. So I killed all the humans, went to do the next part of the game, you're hacking a computer, fucking tail ripped through my chest. I was like, you're not supposed to fucking be here. The alien snuck in and killed me. It's like, you're not supposed to be here, you bellend. This isn't part of the story. So yeah, it was too clever for his own fucking good. So that's why the Xenomorph's on my list. My only worry is if the Wizards try to lock him in a break room, he will escape.
Yeah, bit dangerous, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very dangerous. So that was my first choice. His application form was really messily written as well. A lot of slobber on it.
Yeah.
I had to translate some of it. So, yeah, that's my first one. So what are you thinking? Who wants to go next?
I've got one I could fire up for you.
Yeah, go on.
I'm going to give you a choice. We've got a few bad boys here. Literally speaking.
Ooh, yeah, literally.
Yeah. Oh, no, I won't give you a choice. I'm just going to go with this one.
Go ahead, lad.
It's Sonic.exe.
Now I'm worried. Especially after the drip trade we've just recorded.
I know, yeah.
He's not on the shore hedgy, is he?
No. So Sonic.exe is the main antagonist of the creepypasta series of the same name.
Okay.
And apparently it's an interdimensional energy-based entity that possesses a CD-ROM of the original Sonic the Hedgehog, taking on the form of the main character, and proceeds to kill the in-game characters before attacking and removing the soul of the person playing the game.
Okay. My question is, the original Sonic was never released on CD-ROM. What's that all about?
No, like an emulator.
Oh, okay then. That's okay then.
Sonic.exe.
It's an evil ROM.
Mm.
Oh, ROM hacks, bro.
Yeah.
So, okay. I mean, what can you tell us anything more about this sick version of Sonic? Sicker than usual version of Sonic?
Yeah. So, the original Sonic.exe story centres on Tom, a young man who's a big fan of the Sonic series.
Oh God, does he write fanfic?
Yeah. He claimed that he's not played any glitched or hack games before, though. He recounted his experience, basically saying that he received a CD from his friend Kyle.
Oh yeah.
Begging him to destroy the disc before it's too late and never play the game.
And he goes and plays it.
Yeah, he plays it, doesn't
What a jebbo.
Yeah. But basically it's an evil looking Sonic with bloody eyes and glowing pupils. A wider smile than normal.
Ooh.
And Presence of Fire Select similar to the one of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but it's a red background with chilling music.
Sounds really scary.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
And you can get the game Sonic the EXE on computer to play this. Like,
I'm not.
made
No.
it as well.
This sounds like The Ring. I'm not playing that. Right?
Yeah.
No, getting on that fucking bandwagon.
Apparently, like the only character you can play you can only play as Tails.
And what do we know about Tails, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the first stage is called Hill Act 1. And it's just a little bit different. Like, you have to try and get Sonic's attention during this cutscene. And his eyes open, but they're, like, wrong. And he's like, hello, do you want to play a game with me?
Oh!
And you have to play hide and seek, and then you have to, like, run away from this evil Sonic, or he'll literally kill Tails.
And then,
In IRL, like, just kill the game character, yeah.
That reminds me of, you know, there's a book called Only You Can Save Mankind?
No.
Right, Terry Pratchett. It came out in the 90s, right? It's about a Space Invader style game. But after playing it, when you go to sleep, you dream that you're in the game, but you actually are in the game. But the aliens that you're killing are actually the good guys, and the main character helps them escape the game so they can go home. So then people buy the game in future, it's just empty and there's nothing in it. I remind you of that. But yeah, that's pretty scary. Would the wizards get on with Sonic.exe?
I'm not sure, but if you want, just to give you the ending of the story,
Yeah.
of Sonic.exe, gets to the end of the level and Sonic's teleported in front of Robotnik, and then before the screen caught red, a hyper realistic, as in as best as it can be, I guess, on 16-bit, image of Sonic appears on the screen and the words "I am God."
Oh.
And this is the Sonic with black and red eyes and wide grin and blood-stained teeth. Apparently, at the end of the game, Tom turned around and found, to his utter horror, the bloodied Sonic plush doll on his bed. So it had changed.
I don't
Changed
like
like to a Chucky doll, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds like something me and Stu would have made in RPG Maker in the early 2000s. Only evil. That's pretty scary. Would the wizards use it for Halloween spoopiness, do you think? You can imagine them egging each other on to play it, can't you?
I kind of think we should mention that in an upcoming episode, though. The college game.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe we should lay that down. Maybe in the future, Drip Tray could be a special.
Oh yeah, could do it in a Drip Tray. Yeah.
Hearing about the JRPG
that you made me play, and it's 6 hours long.
Yeah, that me and Stu made, based around our years in college and just people that we know. I think even you appeared in it, Ryan. There's a boss fight.
Yeah, it turned into, and I made Tube. Did it turn into a werewolf or something?
Well, yeah, you can learn more about that in the Drip Tray extra Patreon episode. It's worth paying for, is all I'm saying. All right, carry on then. Who's next? Go on, Stu. Have a fucking go, lad.
Right, okay. My first one is Evelyn from Resident Evil 7.
Oh, yes.
Who's a genetically modified girl whose fetus was, like, injected with some sort of, like, bacteria.
Yep.
Fungus thing.
Yep.
So she can control the minds of anybody that she comes into contact with. But she's obsessed with, like, having a family.
Yes.
So she basically gets,
bakers.
Yeah, so she sort of, like, gets taken in by this family and then, like, possesses them all.
That's right, yeah.
To make them become her family. And she ends up turning into a giant fucking ooze monster at the end.
Yeah.
With a face.
Yeah, like a massive face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she was a good villain, to be fair. I liked Evelyn. She was a good Resident Evil baddie. She was a bit different to the usual Wesker or a tyrant, so I liked that.
She was the old woman, actually.
That's right, yeah.
If I remember correctly.
You kept seeing throughout the game, I thought, who is this fucking grandma? I tried to kill her at one point, but I couldn't
And there's
kill her.
even the weird bit where you're in the floorboards and she's there as well.
Yeah, that's
not
right.
until later you think, how the hell did she get down there?
Yeah, it worked though, because I never suspected that granny or nothing. I just thought she was just Grandma Baker. I was like, she's nothing. Then you see the wheelchair abandoned at the end of it, it's like, oh fuck, she is something. But yeah, Evelyn was good. She was a good villain. Good shout, Stu. Would the wizards use her for a good Halloween spoopiness, do you think?
Maybe she might just end up trying to mind control the wizards, don't we?
Very welcome to the family, son. Or whatever he sounds. Ferry walk around with a shovel. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. I mean, I wouldn't maybe invite her along Just for that reason. I'd be a bit worried about the wizards. They're bad enough as it is. Do we want them getting possessed?
Fucking hell, could you imagine?
Be fucking horrible, wouldn't it? So next up, I've got a horror gaming legend. What if I said people who wear hats based on shapes of ancient temples?
Teletubbies.
What?
Pyramid Head.
Oh.
Wow, we jumped to very different conclusions there, Stu. Pyramid Head from Pyramid Yedo from Silent Hill 2, specifically. Let me tell you a bit about Pyramid Head. He's a big old bloke. He walks around in like a butcher's sort of apron. He's got a fucking thick ass. Have you seen his thick ass?
No.
When they made him for... Is it?
But apparently, yeah.
Oh,
Is it
yeah,
Dead
Dead
by
by
Daylight?
Daylight. Yeah, they made him really thick,
Yeah,
didn't they?
that's right. Yeah, he's got a proper booty. He's got proper clapping cheeks whilst he runs around trying to kill people.
Fucking cake, yeah.
So yeah, yeah, he's clapping cake. And basically, it's a manifestation of protagonist James Sunderland's sort of guilt and repressed sexual violence, basically. Because underneath that big pyramid helmet is basically just James Sunderland. So basically, he's rapey James Sunderland. There's a bit at the start of the game where he fucks a mannequin monster. Like, full on bums it. And James Sunderland's hiding in the cupboard just watching. And it's like, fucking weird, man. It's very Freudian, I guess is the word, yeah. He uses a big sword. And if he hits you with it, he pretty much takes most of your health off. And he's just really fucking bizarre, really. I don't know if the wizards would like having him around. He's just very, very rapey. I suppose I'd like to watch him just walk around slowly. That could be quite amusing for a bit. And at the end of the game, there's 2 pyramid heads. So maybe if he brought his mate over as well, that'd be quite a laugh. Pyramid heados. Watch them having little spear fights. So
Did
yeah,
he do stuff to those nurses?
Yes, I think he did bum a couple of nurses too. He's a very disturbing sort of fella. But so's James Sunderland. As the story goes on, you realise he's a bit of a bad man. That James Sunderland. You don't feel sorry for him anymore, put it that way. It's not just his bad dialogue that puts you off towards the end. No, not Silent Hill. Ah. Anyway, who wants to go for the next application for him?
Yeah, well, I got one for you. What have I said? Oh, no, I can't do it, no.
No, go on, do it.
No. I can't do it.
Oh.
I can't do a good pig squeal, but...
What was that?
Was it a pig squeal?
No, because you have to say... I can't remember how I did it, it's been that long, but Pigsy's gonna suck your guts. Do you remember?
I'll suck your guts, right?
Do you remember him? Pigsy. Talk about him. So, originally from Manhunt.
Yep.
The penultimate bad guy by Big Boss. Before you got to Lionel Starkweather. So Pigsy is, that's described, I guess, as a bit of a simpleton, but also a mass murderer.
Yeah.
Because he walks around with a hollowed out pig's face on his head as a mask.
As you do.
And he has nothing else because you can see in the shadow his swingy dick.
His PS2/Xbox era tallywhacker.
Yeah. Just basically looks like a cylinder always in shadow.
Yes.
Cylinder in shadow.
Yeah, and you have to. But it makes Pigsy squealing noises all the time, even when you kill him. He's squealing like a pig.
Yeah, he has a good death, doesn't he, as I recall?
Yeah.
Got his arms off, don't you?
You do, yeah. If you run over this little grate and then, because Pigsy's a thick boy.
Yeah, he's a thick pig.
Yeah. The grate can't hold him and he falls through. But he's grabbing onto the ledge. And you grab the chainsaw and you just cut his arms off. And he falls to his death.
See you later, Pigsy. You armless thick boy, yeah.
Yeah, but there's not much known about him, to be honest. He's got no full name that anyone knows of. And
John P. Pigsworth.
yeah, and he's chained up most of the time and fed by the, what are they called? Cerberus guards.
So,
Like the private army of Starkweather.
PM.
Feeding people, don't they?
Oh,
Yeah,
is he
yeah,
a
he is,
cannibal?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's why he wants to eat your guts.
So
He's a cannibal.
would the wizards get on with having him in the tower? I think they'd love him, wouldn't they?
Well, they'd have to they probably like him as a pet, and they'll keep him chained up again.
Yeah, I mean, they did try it with Stu for a bit, but he escaped.
Mm.
They tried to turn him into, not Pigsy, but like Sheepsy. So it's just a rip-off, basically. It was terrible. Just Stu wearing a fleece on his back. And nothing else, running around the Wizard's Tower for a couple of weeks.
Just all it was just a fleecy jumper, and then he was naked from the waist down.
Which is normal for Stu, really.
Yeah. The only difference was he just had to put like antlers on as well. Not antlers.
Antlers?
Horns.
Yeah, like Princess Leia horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, run around with her. Princess Leia horns. Fucking hell. Do you want to go next, Jim?
Yeah, so my one's Leland Van Horn from Condemned 1 and 2, a.k.a. Serial Killer X.
Okay.
So
shit, he was on my list.
Oh, is he? Yeah, so he kills...
Put in 2 applications.
Kills serial killers by killing them in the way they killed their victims. And then in the second game, he starts like making cyber tramps.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that. Deadly cyber tramps.
Yeah.
You know why he's doing that, though, don't you?
Because it's the shouty power, isn't it?
Yeah. The power within with the Oro by putting certain bits of metal into the skin to augment their power.
Yeah, that's the one. Ryan
That's
should
why
know
he's-
because he was there.
Yeah, that's why he practices on tramps, because no one's going to miss him.
That's right. He's the one that started it off, you as well, when you were in that game, Ryan, when you were the protagonist.
Yeah, was you?
Because he stole your gun and shot someone, didn't he? That's how you started.
Yeah,
it.
no, that's when it was chubby Asian Ethan Thomas.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And then the second one, it was me.
Yeah, that's right. He was a thick Asian bloke in the first game. Then in the second game, it was just Ryan with a beard. It's like, it's supposed to be the same guy.
Yeah.
In fact, they changed everyone because, is it Rosa, his radio contact?
Yeah,
She was like a sort of portly black lady. Then in the second game, she was like a really athletic black lady.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on here? It's like they got to get the actors to come back for the second movie. Fair enough, though, yeah. Serial killer Hex was a scary lad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
What else you want to tell us about,
Even
Jen?
serial killer X went dead hench from the first to the second.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did!
he's
In
fucking
the first one, he had
drawing it
a
out.
comb over, and he was like, "Yes, I am serial killer X." And then the next one, he's like fucking 6.5 foot tall, and he's just got shaved head and like big scary eyes.
No, you're right. 'Cause in the first game, he's a normal-looking guy. That was the
Yeah.
whole thing, so he could blend in. But yeah, what the fuck went on with the art direction in the Condemned games? Oh my god. Do you want me to go on to my next one?
Yeah.
I've got the last boss from the original Silent Hill is a demon called Samael, based on a real-life medieval demon. And he looks medieval. He's got a goat's head and all that business. He's a bit scary. I'm going to try and explain the plot as best I can, but it's fucking confusing. He's a born-again god because someone tried to sacrifice a girl in a ritual, but it went wrong, and now there's Silent Hill happened, the fogginess and the demons. And Harry Mason loses his daughter, who ends up being something, and the demon appears. That's like a Boris Johnson explanation, but it's the best I could do. And Boris and the demons. But he appears, and Samael is interesting because he's quite a cool boss fight. He fires lightning at you and shit. But if you want to insta kill him, just use all your ammo before the fight.
Yeah.
Because the game's like, fuck, you've got no ammo, and just kills him for you. It's like, like the really hard survival horror game. At the end, it feels sorry for you. It's like, oh, I'll just kill the last boss for you, mate. Don't worry about it. And just shuffles him along. Like, the fuck was that?
Just takes you by the hand and leads you
Yeah.
to the next bit.
So I think the wizards might be happy to have him because if they're fed up of him, they just leave their meat staffs upstairs and he'll die. But yeah, very strange. Good old Samael. I just wanted to give him a mention. I don't feel he gets enough love. His application form was alright then. Very, very well written, like medieval. You know those medieval tapestries where they, well, not scriptures where they put like loads of fancy art in them and stuff.
Yeah.
He wrote it like that,
Right.
but most of the pictures were dicks, as usual. So who's next?
Got one here. Paxton Fettel.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Spacey
Paxton
looked like.
Petal.
Tell us about him.
Paxton Fettel. So, he's the psychic commander of the replica forces. from the video game, or Fear, or FEAR.
First encounter, Audit Recon.
Yeah. And his powers and skills are like, teleportation, regeneration. He has supernatural strength, apparently. Mind control in victims' memories through consumption, or i.e. eats them.
Yeah, I remember.
And he constantly walks around with blood-stained mouth for some weird reason.
Yeah, he does wipe your mouth.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, he's weird, isn't he?
So he likes to eat his dead victims so he can gain their memories.
And he controls all the replica soldiers with his mind.
Yeah.
Basically. He makes them say things like, squad, chicken, all the time. Like he just wants a KFC and it's imprinted into all his soldiers.
Yeah.
In the third game, he's a shit ghost as well.
Yeah, he's a ghost, yeah. You shoot him at the end of the first one, don't you?
Yeah. Then
he's not in the second one.
The third game was just shit.
I'll
go there.
I'll have to play as him.
Yeah.
We have to complete the level as Point Man, and then you get to play the level again as Paxton Fettel if you wanted.
Or you can do it on co-op, because everything was co-op back then.
Yeah, it was that time.
Like Dead Space 3, where they ruined the horror by making it co-op.
Yeah. What year was that? Like, 6 and 7-ish.
Later than that, I'm going to say. Maybe
yeah,
like
later
2012, 2013, around then, maybe?
3?
Because I think... Yeah, I think so.
I don't think...
We'll have to have a look now.
Well, anyway, while you're looking...
You keep going, I'll have a look.
So, Paxton displayed psychic and psionic abilities at early stages of childhood. Like his brother, Point Man, doesn't have a name, which is really stupid.
Oh, it's his name, Point Man.
Oh, right.
Mr.
Point
Man.
Man.
First name, Point.
Is it Jeff Pointman.
Yeah, Pointman. There you go, 2011.
Oh, right. So he inherited these abilities from his mother, which was Alma.
Lovely Alma.
Yeah, who you see in the games as a little girl ghost.
Or
a pregnant Chinese one. It's
yeah.
Very strange.
A fucking terrifying ring-like ghost thing. And in the second game, she rapes you. That's the thing that happens.
Rapes Paxton.
What's his name? Beckett.
Beckett, that's it, yeah.
The guy that can't use elevators, he just hammers the buttons and they magically work.
So Beckett's not Point Man?
No, Beckett's Beckett.
Oh, I thought Beckett was Point Man.
Yeah, because you play Point Man in Fear 2, you play as Beckett, which happens like a couple of hours before
the
first game, but it's in another office building.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ah, good.
You have a plucky squad of roguish soldiers that all die one by one. That's just the rules.
So yeah, as he was growing up, he obviously grew his powers of telekinesis and levitating shit and moving stuff around. And then after he died, his abilities extended to the spiritual level, allowing his soul to return as a ghost. So yeah, he could ghost shit up basically.
I think we missed a trick with Paxton Fettel, guys. Think about it. We could have had his replica soldiers as the goons.
Then you'd have to keep him, wouldn't you?
Way back at the start of the season. Yeah, we could have. But all those Covenant vehicles wouldn't be parked all over the place. Those replicas are a bit more organised.
We should have just got fucking Streets of Rage denim, double denim guys, shouldn't we?
Yeah, they'll just be walking around with knives diagonally there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm not getting close to them fuckbags. Yeah, Paxton Fettel. What worries me is that he looks a bit like famed Hollywood nonce Kevin Spacey. And I'm allowed to say that because he is verified Hollywood nonce. That's not speculation. So that would worry me a bit. Oh fuck! It's Kevin Spacey. Oh no, it's just Paxton Fettel. It's all right. Ooh, sorry, Paxton. Thought you were Kevin Spacey there.
Yeah, I'd rather be assaulted by a psychic ghost than Spacey.
Yeah, than that fucking hungry little bastard. Oh god, here we go again. Sorry, I keep dragging it down this road. Stu, quick, save me.
So my one is Sweet Tooth, aka Needles Kane.
Oh yeah.
Because Needles Kane's the driver, Sweet Tooth is the ice cream truck.
That's right. That could be a Mandela effect.
I don't think so.
Needles Kane.
Yeah, so anyway.
Boy.
He is.
Needles
He's fucking
would not want an
monster,
ice cream from him.
He's fucking thick. So, Needles Kane is portrayed majority of the time as a clown with a flaming head, but he didn't have the flaming head in the first game. I don't think he had just.
He's just a clown.
Yeah, just green hair. But yeah, his character from Black and the 2012 reboot are the most famous ones, where he's a serial killer and he uses the ice cream truck to get his victims and keep his victims in the ice cream truck with the ice cream.
Yes. I used to fucking love Sweet Tooth. He's a well
Yeah, so
character.
he was originally Marcus Kane. He had a normal life and stuff, happily married. And he was just an ice cream man, but then he started to think of himself too much in the third person and ended up gaining a split personality, which called itself Needles Kane.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was so powerful that it literally took over Marcus. And to get rid of Marcus Kane completely, he went on a killing spree and killed off his family.
Fucking hell.
Killed all but his daughter Sophie Kane. Hang on.
Stu's
And
getting
it's just
emotional. Fuck.
Yeah, and then just swears that he's gonna make his wish is to make sure that he kills her because he didn't manage to kill her. He's also got he left one of his sons alive, Charlie Kane, so he can continue his work should he die.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm a
on
bit
winning.
worried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on winning the Twisted Metal in the reboot, his wish was to kill the one that got away, which was his daughter. And he wants to be teleported to where she's hiding.
Mm.
So Calypso teleports him to where she is, but he doesn't know that she'd already committed suicide several years earlier.
Ah.
So he gets teleported into her grave.
That fucking Calypso, he's always up to this shit, isn't he? I used to love those endings.
Yeah. I always remember the ending from Black
There weren't any.
with Twisted Metal. Yeah, you can watch them all on
Yeah,
YouTube,
you can,
can't you?
yeah.
They got rid of them for the Europe release. for some
Because of
reason.
9/11, which makes no sense.
Really?
Yeah, that's the reason. Oh, fuck 9/11 happened, especially with all these non-related cutscenes from Twisted Metal Black for European crowds. What?
Yeah, so on that one, he got his wish was to have the curse removed, so he's not got a flame in his face
Yeah,
anymore,
that's right.
flame in his head. And then Calypso was like, "Yeah, I could do that, but if you kill anybody ever again, or even think about it, it'll set back on fire."
He'll turn to Kevin Spacey.
So he thought about it. It says I thought about it for a few seconds, and then just killed Calypso and walked off. I'll just have the burning head. It's fine.
My favourite one was from Twisted Metal World Tour on the PS1, the second one, where there's a guy called Warthog who was an old soldier in a Humvee, and his wish was to be made young again. And he says to Calypso, and I wish I had the body of a 20-year-old. He goes, yes, of course. He sounded a bit like Master Fenric now, I think of it, Calypso. Of course. And he makes up for it. He goes, maybe next year you can enter again and ask for a head of the same age. He had like an old man head on a buff body. It's like, what a prick. Those endings were so funny. They were very good. So anyway, yeah, thanks for that one. That was a good entry. Good old Sweet Tooth. I wouldn't have thought to add the fella myself. I've got I had a couple.
Can I just interject there?
You may, of course, my friend, interject.
Just speaking of Twisted Metal, let's keep it on brand, you see.
Yeah.
So I'd like to talk about somebody else from Twisted Metal.
You get your dick in there, son. Tell me about it.
It's none other than Mr. Grimm.
Oh, Mr. Grimm.
Yeah, but specifically the one from Twisted Metal Black.
Oh, okay, the grittier version
Yeah.
of Mr. Grimm. Yeah,
The other one is basically Death.
yeah, he's just
coming
like a reefer
for
on the
Calypso.
motorbike.
So, Twisted Metal Black, Mr. Grimm. He was a soldier in the Vietnam War originally, and he was captured by the Vietnamese.
Yep.
And essentially, the story goes that he was thrown in a pit with his mortally wounded best friend,
Yep.
and they were left for 5 days, and with nothing basically. And he was asking for if he could have some food, and they just threw down knife and fork and laughed.
Oh.
They knew what they wanted him to do, and he's like, "I can't do it," and they left him. I think it's so eventually, like, Benny dies from his wounds,
Yeah.
and Mr. Grimm is just staring at it for a while before he decides the only way to survive is to eat his friend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he does. And then when he finally gets rescued, he is wearing his friend's skull, which he'd hollowed out and stitched, I guess.
Yeah.
sewn around his own head so it fit.
As
And
you
then
do.
as they tried to remove it, it instead killed everybody before they put him in like a mental institute.
Old bonehead. Mr.
Kept him
Grimm.
there. Yeah.
I think the Wizards would love having him around. They love shit like that.
Yeah.
Hey, look at you, Skullhead. Pushing him down the stairs and stuff. That'd be,
Yeah, so if you win the game as Mr. Grimm, gets his final ending, which is where he asks for his wish, which was it's essentially he's been denying it all his life, but his wish was to meet the guy that locked him up for the 5 years and forced him to eat his best friend, and he does, and he just chooses to eat him. That's his wish.
Fair enough.
And then he finally accepts that he's a cannibal.
So, yeah, fuck it.
So, you know what? I'll take my revenge on this guy and I'm just going to eat you.
Interesting fact about cannibals. During the siege of Leningrad in World War II, aka St. Petersburg, a lot of cannibalism went on for people to survive. And you could tell who'd been a cannibal because people got the shakes from eating human meat. I don't know whether it was a biological thing or a mental thing or what, but they had, if you still want like proper bad shakes but looking quite well fed, cannibal, they'll drag you outside and shoot you. Interesting fact for you.
Eating the old long pig.
Yeah, the old long pig. So yeah, Mr. Grimm, dirty boy, isn't he? My next one is a fellow called Dr. William Birkin from Resident Evil 2. And
He's a Ballandy, isn't
remake thereof. Well, he looks a bit like Boris Johnson in the remake. well, what it is. But basically, he invents a cool virus called the G virus. And he doesn't tell his company Umbrella, the worst corporation in history, about it. So, being reasonable people, they send an army of like special forces out to take it off him. Only they shoot him because he reaches for a gun, so they gun him down, as you do, and wander off with the G virus. But he's got some hidden in his pocket, and he injects himself with it because he's a full-on moron.
Does he do that so no one can get his research?
Pretty much. He's obsessed with his research. In the original game, he says, "No one will take my research from me," in the really bad 90s Capcom voice acting.
Yeah.
And he mutates, like he gets like that weird arm, and he's like, and he gets an iron pole and goes after the special forces and kills them all. And the fucking brilliant pre-rendered cutscene in the PS1 version, where no one swears. It's like, "Eat this, you freak!" and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, hard words, man, hard words. Son of a. In the remake, it's a lot more exciting, and he goes through and kills them all. But then he becomes obsessed with finding his daughter Sherry, because she's got a G virus sample hidden in an amulet, the last surviving sample, or one of the last surviving samples. So he becomes obsessed with stalking her. But every time you fight him in the game, he mutates a little bit more. So he gets like a bigger, pointier clawed arm, and his head sort of like gets mushed into his body, and he gets a new head. Then you see me fight him again, and he's like got 4 arms and he's massive. But at the end of the game, he's literally just a big angry blob with tentacles and teeth in the back of a train.
Before the back of the train one, he's proper hench, isn't he, that time?
Yeah, it's fucking scary, isn't it? I don't like him one bit. But they just gives up and loses form and just becomes a gelatinous blob with many eyeballs is the theme of Dr. Birkin. Loves eyeballs, that guy. He will spawn eyeballs all day long. I think the Wizards would like him because he's a scientist. He could keep Professor Ryan's company. But he is a bit powerful and terrifying as well, so I don't know. What do you think the Wizards would make of him?
Don't know. Depends if you could lock him in a certain state of transforming.
Yeah, quite early mutant before he goes all too big and scary. Okay, yeah. So that's Dr. Birkin. Who else has got any ones that you read?
I got one.
Go on, get in, lad.
Eddie Gluskin from Outlast Whistleblower.
Okay.
So commonly known as the Groom. And his whole thing was that he was sexually abused by his father and uncle.
Yep.
And they took a lot of pictures of what was going on and stuff.
Oh, God.
And then he was admitted to a mental hospital. So his main thing, trying to create the perfect wife.
Okay.
But a wife to him is a man that he removes his penis and testicles from.
Okay.
creates breasts by stuffing random bits of stuff into their chest,
Oh dear.
removing all the body hair.
Okay.
Yeah, so he likes to create brides for himself.
Why do I have a horrible feeling that this happens to the main character in this game?
Don't know if it does. Does it, Ryan?
Does it not?
I've not played
I'm sure I've read
Whistleblower.
somewhere about something grim happening in Outlast Whistleblower. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, because I think the guy dies at the end of Whistleblower. So
Well-
that might be out.
I'll tell you what, the wizards are fucking love having him around. They think it's hilarious. Ooh, give Merlin boobs.
Turn him into a lady.
Yeah. Ooh, because he's really
Can't they just use the spells for that though?
Yeah, it's funnier if a serial killer does it, isn't it? If you're a wizard.
Guess so.
If you're a wizard is the condition there. We personally wouldn't find it funny, but the wizards fucking would. Because they're depraved. So the groom, that was fucking awful. Any other facts about him, Stu?
Not without reading about a wiki.
No, that's fine. You don't want to go too far into that wiki anyway, maybe. It sounds fucking awful. My next one, then, to stick on the Resident Evil brand, is... you might have heard of him, a lad called Nemesis. He's a tyrant weapon, which is say he's a bioorganic mutated human made by, as usual, fucking Umbrella. Only this time they've injected him with like a parasite, which makes him more resilient. And he's also quite clever for a tyrant. He can use weapons. And at the start of Resident Evil 3, the remake, he's dressed entirely in head-to-toe in bin bags. Don't know why. But he's obsessed with his mission, which is tracking down all members of the Raccoon City Police Department Special Tactics and Recon Team, a.k.a. STARS.
That's Start, you said then.
Special
So-
Tactics and Recon Service, sorry,
Team.
or Squad, something like that.
Tactics
STARS.
and Recon Team.
Like the cereal.
Start. Shart Select. Special Headquarters and Recon. He's shutting down the members of Shart Select, basically. And then again, every time you defeat him in a fight, something happens to him, he gets more fucked up. Until he's like a big fucking dog thing by the end. Stalking you. And in the end, you kill him with a railgun by ramming it in his mouth and saying some sassy ass one liner. Like, take the fucking hint or something. And you blow his head off and boom, he's all dead. But in the original game, you get the really good 90s one liner of, you want stars? I'll give you stars. And then she shoots him with a magnum in the head. I don't know how that's giving him stars. But I think it's going to give him some Milky Way magic stars or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a chocolate allergy. Yummy. But yeah, there you go. That's the old Nemesis. He's a good boy. He's a big thick boy as well, so he's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Any more?
Cool.
I got one more.
Oh, go on now.
It's the doll maker from Alice Madness Returns.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's a psychiatrist, basically, in the real world called Dr. Angus Bumby,
Yep.
who abuses the power of hypnosis and hypnotizes children from the streets of London, or wherever the city is. I'm assuming it's London.
Yep.
And turns them into sex slaves, or dolls, as he likes to call them.
Oh, wow. So he's some kind of hypnotizing super nonce?
Yeah, and he puts them all on a train and ships them off to various parts of the country.
Okay, that's really disturbing.
Yeah.
So we've had Kevin Spacey and the super nonce in one episode.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but like in the game, he looks like he's like made out of doll parts, and he has like black ooze dripping out of his mouth and eyes. He's just like really big and scary.
I think the wizards will probably like having him around, even though he's a bit weird. I don't think they'll let him near any children. They'll probably just like having him around just to see all the ooze dripping out of him.
Yeah.
He's pretty
He
horrible.
tries to like hypnotize Alice into becoming one of his dolls and stuff, but she manages to like snap out of it and
Just as well, really.
like snaps out of it into the real world, not in the Wonderland world, and then pushes him in front of a train.
Well, he's probably asking for that, the fucker, wasn't he? That's really disturbing. Ugh. That's made my skin crawl a bit. So, any more, Ryan?
I was just looking at one, but it's a pretty long one to get into, so I'm not going to bother with that one.
Okay.
But I can do. You got a choice. You could have another backstory from the old Twisted Metal verse, or Vulcan Raven.
I'll let you choose. It's Ryan's choice.
It's another Ryan surprise.
Kind of.
Let's go with No Face, Twisted Metal.
No Face. I've not heard of him before.
You have. Also known as the Tank or Crazy 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's formerly a boxer, and his name is Frank the Tank McCutcheon.
Okay, yeah.
So, Frank the Tank. He's got no face. The end.
Wow.
So he's a small-time boxer. In his last match, his jaw was shattered and nose broken by the end of the first round. Some of his fellow boxers told him they knew a doctor that could fix him up for a reasonable price, because he couldn't afford any other ones, basically. So he went to see this doctor, and unfortunately for him, the doctor bet a large amount of money on Frank the Tank to win.
Ooh, bit sour.
Yeah. So as a result, the doctor cut out his eyes and tongue before sewing his eyelids and mouth closed, all after putting him under. Doing it all out of spite. So he's in pain and furious, and it doesn't make sense a lot, because if you've lost your eyesight...
How to drive a car.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that.
He also managed to kill 6 innocent people.
Oh, okay.
Then he earned the nickname No Face and committed to a mental asylum.
Maybe he's got famous Colin McRae co-driver Nicky Grist in the car with him.
Yeah, maybe.
Slight right, launch homing missile.
It's like
Over
over pedestrians.
Sorry,
Yeah.
person.
Don't cut.
First, Calypso offered him a chance to get revenge if he won the contest. And he took up on the deal and entered the contest, basically.
Oh, fair play. Did he get his revenge?
In the end, in his ending, No Face went to see Calypso upon winning, and to his delight, Calypso had found to kept his end of the bargain. Dr. Hatch was tied to a punching bag, and the same happy music played as Calypso gave No Face a custom boxing glove that was covered with sharp objects.
Oh, there we go. So he actually gave him what he wanted?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's not like Calypso.
I know.
I would,
It does normally.
I would have asked for my
Twist.
face back, personally.
Yeah, but yeah.
Then go and kill the guy myself.
Yeah.
Missed the trick there, didn't he? My last one is from a PS1 game called Nightmare Creatures. I don't know if you ever played it.
Oh, yeah.
The main baddie in that, Mr. Crowley, was the baddie in that. He was like a occultist fella, the best way to describe him. I don't know what went on in his head, but he summoned demons to London in the olden days. I've written Victorian here, but I don't think it was Victorian. I think it was like Great Fire of London. It's like 1600s, isn't it? Something like that. And you basically, he summons a big old gang of demons to take over the world, starting with London. Because he's Mr. Crowley. And you have to track him down throughout the game. Like cutting werewolves' limbs and jaws off so they can't hurt you. They just dance around you comically. Well, I did that a lot anyway. And then the last boss, you have to fight him on top of the burning Houses of Parliament. Except I never know to this day how to kill him. You could beat the tar out the fucker and he still just wouldn't go down. I have no idea what to do with him. Probably never will. I have to just do a cheat to see the end cutscene. But so that's my main memory of him. But I want to mention him because for my year 10 creative writing coursework, big revelation here. I do hope Mrs. Hughes isn't listening to Shart Select, so she doesn't strike me as the type. I basically copied the story of Nightmare Creatures as a creative writing piece. And they were pretty sure I plagiarised it, but this being pre-internet, and they didn't know what video games were, they couldn't prove it, so they had to give me an A+ for it. Thanks, Mr. Crowley!
Boom.
That's just my little story. That's just an excuse to tell that story, really. So there you go. Do we have any more?
No, that's it.
Well, we've got a good list there. So who do we think we should nominate to go in the Wizard's Tower for Halloween?
To do what? Just to wander about?
Just to lurk, really, yeah.
Pigsy's good at lurking.
He is. Xenomorph,
But he also carries a big chainsaw.
Yeah, I'm going to put Xenomorph off from my list, I think, because he is genuinely horrifying. So you're thinking Pigsy, Ryan, from your list?
Maybe we should pick someone off each other's list and I'll just put them all together.
We could do, yeah.
Who do you want, Stu?
Who do you want, Stu, yeah.
I don't know. I don't really want to die, so...
I was thinking Sonic.exe. Just be like a weird Chucky doll of a bloodied Sonic.
Well, that's the thing, Stu. We don't have a choice. We have to choose one, or the wizards will just kill us anyway.
Or Paxton Fettle.
So, maybe Sweet Tooth.
He would be pretty scary, wouldn't he? If
You can see him coming. I can see him coming because his head will be on fire.
He has an ice cream van.
Yeah.
He insists on driving all the time. That could be his weakness, though. If he tries the ice cream van all the time and never gets out of it, what's he going to do? And there's nowhere to park around here because of all
He
the
might just sell his ice cream anyway. So it's that.
Yeah. I'm going to stick with the Xenomorph for me. I'm going to push the Xenomorph to the front.
Yeah.
Because he's scary.
Xenomorph, yeah.
He does twerk you and things like that. He's really scary. Another good thing about him was if you hit with the flamethrower, he's meant to run away. But if the air vent's behind you, he's kind of stood there nervously, like, "Can I just come past you, mate? I need to get to the air vent." What? The air? You've set me on fire. I'm scared now. Can I climb in that air vent behind you? Oh shit! Sorry, yeah. And you move to the side, and he just runs past you and runs into the air vent. So I'm going to vote the alien.
Yeah, okay, I'm up with the alien.
Yeah, I mean, Pixie's. I think maybe we give Pixie a secondary job. Like, he can maybe work Easter next year or something.
Maybe you can just, like, wander around the forest with the dummy thick man.
Yeah, set him free. Set him free in the woods with the dummy thick man. They'll have a lovely time together with his dark cylinder.
Yeah, dummy thick man, Dummington Thickman, and Pixie.
Dummington Thick.
Also, like, dummy a nickname and his actual name's like Donald or something.
Oh, yeah, could be. Donald Thickman. Donny Thickman.
Yeah, it was Donny Thickman,
and
then it turned to Dummy.
Fucking hell. So, guys, how do you fancy a little bit of a brain teaser next? The game of who did what and when? Do you fancy playing it this week?
Yeah, if you want.
All right. We've got some good ones this week. 2 quite difficult ones, and some you'll kick yourself if you don't get. Because that's the nature of the beast. Give me just 1 second. I need to summon it up from this.
I think you should do a jingle just to separate it out from the rest of the episode, though.
Hang on, let me think of something. I feel like a kind of avant-garde piece. Who did what and when? Went for the Christina Aguilera hand wiggle at the end there. So I was trying to think of something to do. So, let me just get the magical scorecard up. 1 second. Yeah, I have to summon it, you see. The wizards don't just give me a piece of paper, they make me try and summon a scorecard. Don't know how it quite works, it's weird. Right, there we go. We are ready. So, here we go. Question 1, are you ready? So, once again, the rules are... You have to guess the year of publication and the game's developer. Not the publisher, developer. And question 1, Viva Pinata. Ryan Orson first.
2008.
Okay.
And it's rare.
Okay.
I'll say 2009 and rare.
Interesting you should say that. Very interesting. Give me just 1 second. I need to just mark that in. Just mark it in my crystal ball. I'm not very good at magic, guys. This is why the wizards do it, not me. Right. Okay. Next question now. Road rash.
Road rash.
Oh, road rash.
Fucking hell.
Fuck's sake, I don't even know.
96.
No, it wasn't 96. I got 93.
Developed it. Activision. I don't know.
What did you say then? Sorry, what did you go for? Both of you?
I said 96. I think Stu said 93.
And what dev did you say?
I don't even know. It's probably some old one that doesn't exist anymore. Cyanosis.
Okay, fair enough. Next one. I'll tell you the answers at the end, that's best, isn't it? Next one, The Darkness.
Oh, I know the year. 2006. It's not IDOS, was it?
Tell me.
I'm telling you.
You asked me. Okay, Stu.
2006. And I've not got a fucking clue. THQ.
Tough one this week, eh? Question 4. Very obscure game. This you might not have heard of it. Doom.
That's got to be
Doom. Now what was the year?
89 and ID. Or
I think
id.
it is actually id, after years of us saying it's
it's-
clearly ID. I think it's actually
Is it? I'm going 91. Id.
Okay.
Oh, it could be later than 89.
Well, it's locked in now, I'm afraid, Stu. Because we're on question 5. Descent.
That's
Descent.
95.
Oh.
Probably won't
And
get the publisher, but it's a bit of an obscure one.
yeah, I don't even know. EDOS.
Right?
I'm going 97, but I can't remember what the publisher was. I don't know, Codemasters.
That's one when you're in a little spaceship, isn't it?
Yeah, going around the tunnels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question 6. Age of Empires 2.
Ooh,
2000.
2001.
And publisher?
Shit, I know it is, but I
Anybody?
can't remember what the fuck they're called.
Oh, it's a Creative Assembly.
No,
No, it's not, is it? But I've said it now.
that's Total War Creative Assembly.
Come on, Stu.
Can't even think who it is. I know it is.
Take a gamble.
I don't even know. I can't even remember how it begins.
Okay, then. Next question. Final question. Knights of the Old Republic.
KOTOR.
Obsidian and 2005.
Alright, it's older than that. I'll go with 2003. Obsidian.
Hang on, let me just adjust the scores now. Interesting. Right. I'll tell you first of all that this week was a draw between the two of you. You each got 3 points for the developers and 1 point each for the years.
Oh, that's bad.
So, Viva Pinata was 2006. Rare.
What did I say? 7?
I think so, yeah. I think you both did. Number 2, Road Rash, was 1991. A little obscure publisher called Electronic Arts. Interesting, didn't know that, did you?
No.
EA. Question 3, The Darkness, was 2007. Starbreeze Studios.
Starbreeze. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Sadly-
that's a son of a angry face, isn't it?
Yeah, sadly defunct. But there we go. Question 4 was Doom, 1993. Id Software.
Ugh.
Question 5, Descent, was 1995, which you got on the nose. I think Stu got that one on the nose. And that was Parallax Software.
Oh, that's a hard one.
6, Age of Empires 2, 1999. Ensemble Studios.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
And Knights of the Old Republic, Ryan hit it right on the nose. 2003, Obsidian.
Oosh.
So there we go. Good game, good game. I'll just put a little score at the end so I know who's where in the league. Speaking of league, there is no League of Cool Uncles this week. That's a semi-occasional feature on the podcast. If we do it every week, I'll just overpower it. People just come for the uncles. Yeah. The rest of the podcast will be forgotten about. It'll just become a solo show. We don't want to do that. So, as it stands at the moment, Ryan is still ahead 2-0. 2-0 because it was a draw this week. So, call it 3-1, I suppose, if it was a draw this week, can't we? So, it's 3-1 to Ryan. Stu, you've got to pull your finger out, son.
I like it, though.
You like it when it's in?
Yeah.
You know what we should do now whilst we're talking about weird shit like that? Should we see what the wizards are up to? Right, who wants to rub the crystal ball this week? It's getting a bit sticky. I'll do it. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, okay.
Somewhere in the dark and nasty regions where nobody goes stands the wizard's tower. Deep within this dank and uninviting place works Shart Select.
Hello.
overworked employees of the wizards upstairs.
Stuart, milk me.
But that's nothing compared to horrors that lurk beneath the trash door. 'Cause there's always shit games down there. In the dark. Waiting to come out.
And that's when I stuck it in there. And he was like, ooh, get it out. And I was like, no, I like it. And that's when I didn't take my meat stuff out of his cupboard. Hello, how are we doing, everybody? Hello, Master Wizard.
Very well.
Very good. How's Master Combat? What are you doing?
I was just trying to get a stain out of my stuff.
Oh, fair enough. I hear you've been down the sausage and barrel again with that Uncle Frankie person.
Uncle Benny.
Oh, he's the fucking one. You hang around with him more than us these days. Don't you know it's wizards before titans?
Yes, but you're not a big... Yes, exactly, you're not a big fiery titan, are you?
I'll show you my big fiery titan in a minute, son. I mean my penis. That was a euphemism. Anyway, you know what I think we should do to clear the air? We should read some games. In the tiering system of trash, meh, okay, good, thick, Shart and wizard.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting very fast at this. So, who wants to rate a game this week?
Ooh, I could go.
Go on then, Master Wizard. Tell me your game at which you will be rating.
Yes, my game is going to be The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
I've never heard of it. What is the Elder Scrolls Skyrim meant to be?
It's Todd Howard's perfect game brought to life.
Is he a wizard?
Yes.
Oh, tell me about this wizard, Toddeth Howard, and what he created.
So Skyrim is the fifth Elder Scrolls game where you play in the province of Skyrim
No.
as a prisoner
Ah, yes.
who turns out to be Dragonborn.
Of course.
Yes, and you have to save the world by killing dragons and whatever else as well.
Do the dragons fly backwards through the sky?
They do sometimes, yes.
I like it. I like backwards dragons. They're brilliant.
Yes. Do you remember that Paukai you sent Sareth to fight once?
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
It's not like that.
That was sick.
Yes, the blind, I believe.
Well, yes, so they can't see you sneaking up on them. Makes
Anyway.
it easier.
So Skyrim. What else would you like to know? I mean, it's a fantastic game.
Well, how does it work? How does it play? What kind of game is it? Who released it?
It's an action RPG by Bethesda.
Ooh.
And you can be whatever you like. Mage, stealth archer.
Can you
soldier,
be a wizard?
wizard,
Excellent.
battle mage.
Yes.
Everybody plays as a stealth archer, and if you say you don't, you're lying.
Why not play as a wizard? The mightiest of all the fantasy classes.
Because why not?
Can you wear robes?
Yes.
Excellent.
So I've been playing it again, and I started as a mage,
Good.
but have soon transitioned to a stealth archer.
Oh. No matter how hard you try,
Yes.
you're always lured back to the stealth archer lifestyle.
Yeah, but I have the bow and arrow I use is magically summoned, so
Oh,
I'm
good.
still magic-ish.
You're on brand.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So yes.
Very good. So how would you rate this game?
Rate it. Well, you see, I'm going to stick it in not one but 2 tiers.
What?
Yeah.
This is unheard of on Shart Select.
What
Tell
is
us
this?
It is.
This wizardry.
It is. I'm going to put the Skyrim vanilla game in thick.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But if you get mods for it, it goes up to Shart.
Very well. So if you're playing it on the personal computer, or Auspex computing device as we wizards use, and use modifications created by enjoyers of the game, then it becomes a richer experience, would you say?
Yes, as long as you don't go too silly. I mean, but you can have Thomas the Tank Engine instead of dragons on the game.
I once saw a dragon dressed like Macho Man Randy Savage that says, "Yeah!" or something.
Yes.
That was good. That made me chuckle.
But I've got none of the crazy mods like that.
No.
I've got one for creative lighting and better darkness. So all the spells have dynamic lighting and shadows, even when you've not cast them.
Just like our
So
spells.
from
in
your
real life.
hands, cast actual shadows on the floor.
Just like us, when we
Yes,
cast magic.
exactly.
I like it. You have sold me on this.
And my other favourite mods are ones for immersive armours and weapons, adding over 30 armour and 30 new weapons.
I like it. Sounds sexy.
I also have got one that adds 50 new spells.
Ooh, that's like as many spells as we know.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm impressed. Can you still make 100 iron daggers?
Yes.
Do you remember when we made the podcasting idiots do that for us? They made so many daggers. It was so funny. Well, thank you, Master Wizard. That was a lovely review this week. I'm going to give you a gold sticker to put on your board. And if you collect 5 of them, I might let you stay up late. So,
I thought you were
Master
saying, put them on his balls.
No, I am not a pervert, Master Cumrag. Since you've been going to that pub, you've been coming back with all kinds of outrageous ideas. I might have to background you until further notice.
I'll just sneak out
You will not do any such
with my
thing.
invisibility cloak.
I've got an invisibility spotting hat.
Your invisibility bloke?
Yes.
Who is this invisibility
You
bloke?
enter him, you turn invisible.
Oh, that's very clever. Who is he?
I don't know, I've never seen him. He's invisible.
As long as you're making skin-on-skin contact, right?
Well, if you penetrate him, yes.
I'm chuckling a right lol
You
here.
have to be bareback.
Yeah, doesn't it make you walk funny?
Well, you have to time your strides with his, but yes.
You have to Kentucky tractor pull with an invisible man.
Exactly.
This must be hard trying to get it in there to start with. You don't know where it is.
I imagine
You
he's
just have to. You have to
guide you
just,
onto target.
yeah, you have to have him guide you in.
Chuck some flour on his bubble.
Yes, you have to spit on him, throw some flour, and then you can get the outline, you see.
Oh, right,
The
yes.
perfect outline of a floating invisible starfish.
You put some flour on the floor and ask him
A
to sit
ghostly
down.
starfish.
Yes, indeed. Anyway, Cumbag, I'll let you off because that story was so good. So tell me about the game you're reviewing this week.
Rome Total War.
Oh, a very good choice, Master Cumbag. Tell
Yes.
me about it.
It's about war, a
Yes,
total war situation in Rome.
Rome. Ancient
Yes.
Rome or modern Rome?
It stems both, I think.
I don't think people on Vespers running into each other, but I might be wrong. Tell me all
Oh, I see
about
what you mean. I see what you mean. Ho, ho, ho. So yes, you take control of different houses within Rome.
Oh.
Yes, Julius being the best one because they're the ones that wear red.
Yes, you have to be the red Romans. Why would you want to be the fucking green ones?
Yes, or fucking purple.
Why?
And you have to destroy the barbarian hordes.
Carthage!
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but there's nice management. Like getting your generals to different star levels. Releasing the hounds being my most favouriteest thing to do.
Ah, yes.
And having a nice line of skippy eyes.
The Triorii!
Yeah.
I remember them. Yes, I remember them. I remember if you had corrupt generals, you had to put them all in one place, a fort in the middle of nowhere, so they couldn't corrupt you.
Yes. Have to send them off to the middle of deepest, darkest. What's it called?
Gaul.
Gaul, yes.
The naughty general camp for naughty generals.
Yes. It was just after Medieval 2, wasn't it, Rome? So it's just using
No.
the 3D engine with
No, it was
3D
before
models.
Medieval 2 and after Medieval 1.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was obviously not advanced as the later games, but it was improved over Medieval by quite a lot, having a 3D men instead of 2D pictures running about the map.
Yes,
A lot
that
more
was
immersive.
much
And the
better.
combat looked a lot better.
I recall on the front cover, it had a picture of John Cleese dressed like a
It
Roman
did.
centurion,
Dude, very bizarre.
like in Life of Brian.
I'm going to put this on the thick tier because I think the later Total Wars are better. So just so they can be higher, I'll put this in thick.
I like it. Did I ever tell you about the time when I tried to play Western Rome in the Barbarian expansion pack? They're destined to fail, and you can actually save them, but it's really difficult. But I did it because I'm such a good wizard.
Is that when you get attacked by Attila the Hun?
Yes, just about bloody everybody. I gave up Spain because it was all corrupt and not making me any money, let it fall into chaos, retreated all my forces and funds back again, built up a new army and twatted everybody.
Yes, I remember holding off a whole barbarian horde with 2 units of archers because they just killed the 2 people carrying ladders. So all the
Yes.
people on horses just wait around for a bit and then leave.
Then go home. Good. Sorry,
Instead of-
guys.
Instead
Invasion
of
over.
dismounting, they just like, fuck it, I'm not leaving my horse. Goodbye.
I like my horse. Oh, they went. Just like in real life when people try to siege the tower. Tower. Anyway, thank you for that lovely review, Cumbrack. You're not grounded after all. You can go out and play with Uncle Jonathan.
Benny.
That's the one, Uncle Benny. And now, finally, I, for you, will review a game verily utmost called... Well, stop me if I've already reviewed this, but I don't think I have. Bomber Crew. Have I told you about this one before?
Yes.
Bollocks! My memory is failing me. I've been drinking too much Happy Pop in the laboratory. Let me think of another game. What if I told you about a game from a console? Oh, fuck's sake. I'm going to try to think of a game quick now. Ooh! What about Red Faction on the PS2? Did I ever tell you about that game?
Don't think so.
You play a man called Parker, and he's a miner who's gone to Mars. Because the Ultor Corporation told him it's going to be fucking sick. And he goes there, and they lied, because they're not very nice to you, and they hit you with electrified sticks if you don't do enough mining.
It's just the one where you have to do a stealth mission by licking all the walls.
Yes, that's right. You aren't
can't
allowed.
see your face if you're not looking at them.
You're not allowed to look at people, so you shuffle around staring at walls and strafing everywhere.
Strafe along the walls, yes, no problem.
Which would make you look a lot more suspicious, in my personal opinion. What are you doing there, scientist? Nothing, I'm just licking this wall. Oh, do carry on. Yes, anyway, later on these mercenaries appear, and they can one-hit kill you through walls with a fucking railgun, which makes them kind of annoying. But other than that, it was a very good game for the time, with realistic destruction physics. So you could blow through walls with explosives, apart from when you couldn't, for story reasons. And you had a big digger thing only on one mission, where you could dig through a wall with it, like in Total Recall. Apart from there was...
first level, we can only go so far.
Yes, apart from there was no Arnie, or a man saying, I've got 5 kids to feed. But other than
Yes,
that...
you can drive it for a couple of minutes, and it just fucking breaks.
That's right, yes. Yes, but to be fair, it was much better than the sequel still, I'm going to say. The sequel was a bit all over the place, whereas the first one was a lot more focused. And your character wasn't literally called Alias. He was called Parker, and that's a lot better in my book. So I will give Red Faction the award of good, because I think it deserves it to this day. There was a bit where you could shoot a bridge and a tank fell down a hole.
Yeah, if you're quick enough, yes.
I remember that bit, it was very fun. So there we go. Good. I can't believe I forgot I'd already reviewed Bomber Crew. What an idiot. I've got to lay off the Happy Pop. Well, fancy a bum. Where's that invisible man of yours, Master Cumbrack? Let's go and find him.
Yes,
find me
the invisible
talcum powder.
bloke.
Yes, find the invisible bloke. Where's my talcum powder? Well, the wizards are still fucking weird. I'm kind of worried this invisible bloke might have been in here now. I saw some bumhole imprints on the table the other day. Just a shoot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So
Imprints, like,
yeah, I thought I saw
sat there
like
for a while.
a ghostly penis like floating about, and I thought I was just seeing things.
As always.
Is he completely invisible? Or is it like Predator?
He sounds like he is just fully invisible.
Yeah.
Did the wizards make him invisible by accident? I don't know.
That's come round.
Did you use fart then, right?
He did. It's terrible it was. Fucking well loud. Fucking hell, Ryan. It was me. But there we go. We've reached the end, I believe, of another episode of the weirdest gaming podcast on the internet, Shart Select. And the only one genuinely recorded by captives of wizards. So, it's that famous part of the podcast where I take the reins and hand them over as if the reins to a horse to Ryan. And Ryan will graphically, powerfully, and with great power, much like a Ruby Echidna making love to an Azure Hedgie. Again, listen to the drip tray if you want some context on that. Round out the episode. Go for it, Ryan.
So you've been listening to Shart Select. You can find us on all the socials at Shart Select Pod. And we're on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Shart Select. We're also back on YouTube as well. So get in there and give it a watch. YouTube.com/ well, no, you have to just search Shart Select. We haven't got enough followers to rename the site yet.
No, it's true, yeah, it's true. Ryan's also putting some Let's Plays on there sometimes as well. So.
Yeah, when I can be bothered to set it up and go live. But speaking of, I've actually completed bullets per minute twice now. Yeah.
Oh, have you?
Once with Gol and once with Frey.
You got past the third boss then.
There's only 7 levels.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
The guy was playing it last night, and I literally had a gun that would kill the boss in 3 hits, and it had 7 rounds in it before I needed to reload. It was that powerful. That damage was maxed out and everything. And I also had this thing where my health was regenerated, so I was like, fucking bring it.
If that was me, I'd panic and waste all the bullets by missing them. Fuck, as it just goes all around.
It's like this big, it's kind of like a big massive cannon, but it fired like explosive rounds, but it was sort of like a microwave.
I think that's a microwave oven.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
That was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just sheer RNGesus looking after me.
RNGesus. I like that. Anyway, we're rounding up.
Anyway, yeah, bye.
Bye. Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Why do I always end it this way?
Bye.
No, what else?
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Can't you listen to somebody else?
But don't, seriously. Keep listening to us.
Bye.
Bye.